Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in wa baraka wa sallam, amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah, my fellow brothers and sisters in Islam, just the happiness of entering into the Ladysmith town and knowing that this Jalsa is taking place again brings so much of happiness to the heart. It's like we have come back home, we have come to the roots of where we have been, we have studied, we have lived. And all of us, without doubt, this is the opening night of the program. And I would like to bring to everybody's attention that, sometimes we take it for granted. We forget that, to make these programs a success, we have the personality of Hazrat Sayyid Alimuddin Sahab Qibla. And all of us, I would like you all to say Ameen to this dua. That we make dua that may Allah grant Hazrat a long, healthy life, inshallah. With all the turbulence and everything which goes, his health and the effort and looking after the guests, looking after everything, from the expenses to making sure of the operations, to making sure of all the guests are comfortable, everything, alhamdulillah, we have the sire, we have the leadership of Hazrat Sayyid Alimuddin Sahab Qibla. And I ask all of you to say Ameen to this dua once again, that may Almighty Allah make this Darul Uloom an Islamic university, which is the dua of Hazrat, inshallah. It is all to do with sincerity. You can, whatever it is, if you have to go open the map and if you have to see that, Darul Uloom is in Ladysmith, I will tell you no, it's not only in Ladysmith. It is not only in It's not only in Ladysmith. So if it's not only in Ladysmith, then where is Darul Uloom Qadria Ghareeb Nawaaz? I can tell you it's also in Fiji Islands. थोड़ा सा न्याज खाइए ना आप लोग. It's in Fiji Islands. It's in Australia. You name it, in the United Kingdom. If you talk of Mozambique, it's there. If you talk of Zambia, it's there. If you talk of Zimbabwe, it's there. Wherever you go, you will find that the fruits of Darul Uloom are present. I say that not only the fruits, Darul Uloom is present. And I remember Haji Uwais reading this kalam. And Zameen Afrika ki purnur hai, Rahmat ki barish hai. In that, Haji Uwais read one share which I remember, कि यहाँ किल्लत में भी कसरत की बारिश है. यहाँ किल्लत में भी कसरत की बारिश है. It's not about quantity. Oh, so many number of students. Look at the quality. Look at the graduates. Look at those who are serving the communities. It took a personality to come to this country in South Africa and graduate students in this country, not only for South Africa, but the neighboring countries and around the world. So this is indeed something we need to appreciate, we need to commend, we need to remember, we need to keep in our hearts and make dua and understand that don't take it for granted, because Darul Uloom is everywhere. It's not only, it's from this small town of Ladysmith, but I can tell you that it's gone all around the world. I'm just very briefly, we've got a few more nights, inshallah, so I don't want you to get tired of me on the first night. But all I want to tell you that, the happiness in the heart of the Jalsa, taking place again, and all of us being present again. Look at the unity under the umbrella of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah. This is what my Ala Hazrat has taught us. This is what Ala Hazrat has taught us. This is the unity which Ala Hazrat has spoken about. This is the maslak of Ala Hazrat, to say that everybody, whether you are from this organization or that organization, you are Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah. This is where we are gathering as the maslak of Ala Hazrat. There's no doubt about it. So the wisdom, the hikmah, if you look at the Buzurgan-e-Deen of the past as well, what was the wisdom of all these programs, the niyaz, of all the gatherings, the milad mahfils? This is the wisdom. Hazrat is going out of his way. Trust me, if I have to show you the efforts which are put into the Jalsa preparations, I can guarantee you that you will put your hand on your head to say that, Ya Allah, is this so much this one personality is doing, that every single thing he is looking after and making sure. He will call Sayyid Afzal Sahab, or he will call the people in charge, even if it is at night. Let us welcome our guest. Nare Takbir. Ya Rasulullah. Ulama Ahl Sunnah. Nare Takbir. Nare Risalat. Maslak Ala Hazrat. Nare Takbir. Nare Risalat. Alhamdulillah, when we talk of the fruits of Darul Uloom Qadria Ghareeb Nawaaz, you know that Alhamdulillah we have Aziz Millat from Jamiatul Ashrafiyah. Now just imagine the happiness in the heart of Huzur Hafiz al-Millat. You know, Huzur Hafiz al-Millat, if you see that the Misbahi, all the ulama who have graduated from there, each one of them is doing the work. So look at the effect, that how the work of deen is continuing and moving forward. So my fellow brothers and sisters in Islam, understand that the least we can do is, if we are not able to support the Darul Uloom in any way, the least we can do is make dua for the Darul Uloom. Make dua for the Darul Uloom, because Darul Uloom has favors upon us. If today Sirat al-Mustafa is translated in English, it is the Darul Uloom who has done it. If Ja al-Haq, the encyclopedia of the Aqidah of the Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, which makes you part of the Maslak of Ala Hazrat, then that kitab has been translated by Darul Uloom Qadria Ghareeb. If there is a kitab which will help the woman in the homes, Sunni Bahishti Zarat, that is the work of Darul Uloom Qadria Ghareeb. You want to know more? We have more nights together. But all I can tell you, that from publication to speakers to teachers, everything that Darul Uloom has produced, and I can tell you that not only hundreds, but I am telling you with confidence that thousands of students are studying under the graduates of this Darul Uloom Qadria Ghareeb. So as I mentioned, you know, if you look at the health of Hazrat, you look at how much of struggles he has gone through, how much of favors that Darul Uloom has upon us. At least when we come to this Jalsa, we make dua for Hazrat. That, you know, the Darul Uloom should continue. Hazrat should have, a long, healthy life. That we should see Hazrat's dream come true of an Islamic university. And that's always been Hazrat's dua when we were studying as well. That, you know, Hazrat would make this dua that, Ya Allah, make this Darul Uloom an Azim Islamic university. And let us all say Ameen to that. So my fellow brothers and sisters in Islam, without taking further of your time, you know, we are also seeing Haji Uwais after very long, and it's a good 4 years which we haven't seen Haji Uwais. And you know, since the Jalsa has taken place, we are seeing him in this town. And look again, from Ladysmith, the journey goes to Medina. The journey goes to Medina. Now you might be saying, how does the journey go to Medina? I will tell you that I know the pronunciation is Japan, but this is the product of Japan. And the Naat is what? Naat is the product of Rahman. This is Japan, that is Rahman. You know, the connection and the link which takes us from here and it takes us to Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And a gifted personality. He needs no introduction. A person like me introducing such a personality, astaghfirullah. I have no capacity, no capability. He himself is an introduction. His recitation is in everybody's cars, in everybody's homes, everywhere, without exaggeration, not to praise, but the fact has to be mentioned that Al-Haj Uwais Raza Qadri Sahab is not only in the houses, not only in the cars, but Haji Sahab is also in our hearts as the Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. We make dua for the good health of Al-Haj Uwais Raza Qadri Sahab. Let us give him the warm welcome which we give in this small town of Ladysmith. तो क्या हुआ कि छोटा शहर है, लेकिन जज्बा है इस शहर में चले. We should give him the welcome. And that warm welcome of Ladysmith with the Nare Takbir and Nare Risalat, Nare Takbir. यार आप लोगों ने नियाज नहीं खाई है, लेकिन मगर बात सबने खाई है. Nare Takbir, Nare Risalat. takbir, nare risal.